The film begins by showing Mills, a devoted family man residing on the captivating planet known as Samaras. This celestial abode is a marvel of technological advancement, serving as the backdrop for Mills' idyllic existence alongside his cherished wife, Alia, and their beloved daughter, Neveen. Their joy seemed boundless, their lives intertwined in a tapestry of contentment. Mills, an intrepid spaceship pilot by profession, had embarked on numerous exhilarating expeditions into the vast expanses of outer space. However, fate intervened with an unexpected twist when he found himself tasked with a daunting 2-year space travel assignment. This endeavor formed a pivotal part of a company-owned project, leaving him with little choice but to accept. The weight of his decision pressed heavily upon him, for he desperately required the funds to combat Neveen's debilitating illness. After a considerable passage of time, the voyage finally commenced aboard Mills' trusty vessel, the Zoic. Accompanying him were numerous fellow crew members, each ensconced within their sleep capsules, awaiting the arrival at their destination planet. Mills diligently set the spaceship's automatic mode into motion before allowing himself a momentary respite. However, the serenity was short-lived, abruptly shattered by the illumination of a warning sign. With a sense of urgency, he investigated the situation, realizing that his spacecraft had inadvertently strayed into an asteroid-laden region that had eluded previous detection. Determined to navigate this treacherous predicament, Mills seized the manual rudder, his unwavering resolve to extricate the vessel from the clutches of the asteroid field. Alas, fortune was not on his side, as several asteroids relentlessly collided with the fuselage, inflicting irrevocable damage and cleaving the craft into 2 distinct fragments. A cascade of system failures ensued, forcing Mills into a frenzied emergency landing upon an uncharted alien planet. The impact was severe, casting him into a state of unconsciousness. When Mills eventually regained consciousness, he was beset by a profound ache coursing through his body. Instinctively, he reached for the medicinal remedies nestled within a nearby drawer, tending to the wounds that marred his abdomen. Clad in specialized attire, he prepared to venture beyond the confines of his crippled craft, venturing into the unknown to assess the circumstances that lay before him. A profound sadness washed over him as he beheld the devastating aftermath of the plane's fragmentation. The scattered remnants served as poignant reminders of the passenger capsules, now strewn haphazardly across the alien terrain. The surveillance monitor offered no glimmer of hope, no trace of survivors to be found. Simultaneously, a thunderous reverberation shattered the tranquility, followed by an ominous deluge of water intermingled with blood seeping through the crevice in the door. Gripped by curiosity and a tinge of apprehension, Mills' hand sought the solace of weaponry, bracing himself for the unknown that awaited beyond the confines of his ailing vessel. As he cautiously stepped outside, his senses were assaulted by the stark reality that his craft had crash-landed amidst a murky swamp, transforming the once pristine bodies of the passengers into grotesque forms of tragedy. A torrent of self-doubt surged through Mills' consciousness, causing him to question whether the calamity was born of his own doing. The weight of his guilt grew unbearable, pushing him perilously close to the precipice of despair. Contemplating the unthinkable, he mustered the strength to record a final message, recounting the harrowing tale of his entrapment within this alien realm boasting an eerily pure atmosphere. In this farewell declaration, he divulged the existence of 2 undetected passenger capsules, burdened by the weight of his remorse and the desperate plan to end his own life. Just as he was poised to transmit this heart-wrenching message as a distress signal to any nearby spacecraft, a bittersweet recollection pierced through the haze of anguish: Neveen, his precious daughter. In that poignant instant, his resolve faltered, surrendering to an outpouring of grief that eclipsed his once resolute intention. Abandoning his grim design, he crumbled to his knees, tears flowing as a testament to the mourning of his tragic fate. Seeking solace within the shelter of his ravaged vessel, Mills sought refuge in a previously received video message from Neveen. In this precious communication, he discovered a glimmer of hope, learning of one surviving capsule, the sanctuary that housed Koa. A surge of determination coursed through his veins as he raced toward the capsule's location. Within its confines, he discovered Koa, her fragile form succumbing to the unconsciousness that had befallen her. With utmost care, Mills extricated her from the capsule's embrace, tenderly carrying her back into the dwindling sanctuary of the plane. As they embarked on their journey homeward, an unforeseen revelation greeted Mills' astonished gaze: a profusion of hatched animal eggs, alongside the colossal footprints left behind by awe-inspiring creatures that roamed this enigmatic realm. With the dawn of a new day, Mills' quest for understanding reached unforeseen heights. The truth of his stranded whereabouts materialized before him, an astonishing revelation that transported him precisely 65 million years into the past, plunging him into the heart of the awe-inspiring Cretaceous period on none other than planet Earth. It was a time untainted by the imprint of humanity, a pristine era where nature flourished in resplendent diversity, where magnificent dinosaurs reigned supreme. Determined not to succumb to the confines of silence, Mills embarked on a fervent mission to locate another fragment of the Zoic, a crucial piece housing the escape shuttle that held the promise of liberation from this prehistoric epoch. His search led him through untamed terrains, weaving through the untrodden paths of this primeval world. After relentless effort, a beacon of hope shimmered on the horizon. he had unearthed the whereabouts of the coveted escape shuttle, a mere 15 kilometers distant from his present location. Relief cascaded over him, a respite from the clutches of uncertainty. However, as fate would have it, tranquility swiftly gave way to peril. In an instant, a velociraptor, a fearsome predator of this ancient era, pounced upon Mills, its razor-sharp claws poised to rend him asunder. Yet, fortune favored him, for his survival instincts kicked into overdrive. With unwavering determination, Mills confronted the menacing beast, summoning every ounce of strength and resolve to vanquish the formidable predator. In a harrowing battle, he emerged victorious, managing to slay the ravenous creature, allowing him to hastily retreat from the treacherous scene. Journeying back to the safety of the ship, Mills' senses remained heightened, attuned to the slightest signs of lurking danger. An unsettling presence beckoned from behind a dense thicket, prompting his curiosity and caution to converge. To his relief, he discovered Koa, a solitary figure navigating the untamed wilderness. Swiftly recognizing the urgency of the situation, Mills extended a protective hand, urging her to join him in a swift retreat towards their imperiled vessel, for there loomed a colossal creature drawing nearer with each passing moment. Upon reaching the sanctuary of the ship, Mills tended to Koa's wounds with gentle care, his touch a balm to the physical and emotional toll she had endured. Amidst the act of healing, he sought to convey the gravity of their circumstances, unraveling the tangled web of dangers that plagued their presence on this ancient planet. Yet, a formidable barrier stood between them, the chasm of language, further exacerbated by the unfortunate malfunctioning of the Zoic's translation tools. Undeterred by this obstacle, Mills refused to surrender to frustration or despair. Their mission to locate the escape shuttle burned with unwavering urgency, and abandoning Koa was a fate he could not fathom. Thus, with resourcefulness and ingenuity, he resorted to an unconventional method, employing food powder as a makeshift canvas upon which he etched intricate illustrations, a visual language to bridge the communication divide. When Mills fervently sketched his explanations, Koa's inquisitive spirit sparked a poignant query about the whereabouts of her parents. Ever the protector, Mills grappled with the weight of his response. In a tender moment of compassion, he chose to shield her from the anguish of truth, weaving a gentle fiction that assured her of her parents' presence beyond the formidable mountain range. A ruse intended to ignite a fire within her, infusing their shared mission with renewed determination. And so, driven by the promise of reunion, Koa embraced her role, eager to partake in the perilous emergency search that held the key to their liberation from the clutches of planet Earth. Having laid out their plans, Mills wasted no time in assembling the necessary equipment. Meanwhile, Koa embarked on an exploratory journey within the confines of the plane, stumbling upon a trove of videos sent by Neveen. As she delved deeper into the footage, the heartbreaking truth unfurled before her eyes. Neveen, the daughter Mills had spoken of, valiantly battling her illness. Koa's heart ached at the realization that Neveen had endured prolonged separation from her father, ultimately succumbing to her affliction without the chance for proper treatment or reunion. Driven by shared grief and determination, Mills and Koa set forth on their arduous trek toward the location of the escape shuttle. Throughout the perilous journey, Mills took on the mantle of protector, shielding Koa from the relentless onslaught of dinosaur threats. He imparted crucial knowledge, urging her to remain vigilant, to refrain from attracting attention with unnecessary sounds, and to be ever prepared to evade danger should it loom in their path. Together, they navigated the treacherous terrain, their bond strengthening with each step. Amidst the weight of their mission, a fleeting moment of lightheartedness graced their weary souls. Koa's eyes alighted upon a berry plant, curiosity beckoning her to pluck one and playfully fling it toward Mills, teasing him with mischievous intent. Sensing her mischief, Mills deftly caught the airborne berry, his instincts warning him of potential danger. With a swift assessment, he discovered the berry to be poisonous, urgently cautioning Koa against consuming it. Undeterred by the brush with peril, their journey pressed onward, their shared experiences forging a bond of camaraderie. In moments of respite, they would exchange banter and playful jests, weaving a tapestry of levity amidst the backdrop of their formidable odyssey. In a moment of distress, the reverberation of a fearsome dinosaur roar pierced the air, setting their hearts ablaze with trepidation. Convinced it signaled the approach of a menacing predator, Koa mustered her courage and traced the origin of the sound, only to discover a small dinosaur ensnared in treacherous quicksand. Determined to lend aid, Mills and Koa worked in tandem, exerting every effort to free the creature from its perilous predicament. Their combined strength prevailed, liberating the dinosaur from its muddy prison. Alas, their relief was short-lived, as a pack of merciless velociraptors descended upon the defenseless creature, mercilessly snuffing out its life before their eyes. Koa, shaken to her core, trembled with fear, and Mills, swift to react, urged her to seek refuge, shielding her from the savage onslaught of the velociraptor horde. Once the immediate danger subsided, they pressed onward, resolute in their quest to reach the escape shuttle and depart from planet Earth. Reaching a resplendent waterfall, Mills and Koa paused briefly, replenishing their water supplies and savoring a moment's respite. Eager to resume their journey, they resumed their course, guided by Mills' steadfast direction. However, their progress was met with an unexpected hurdle, the sudden loss of signal from the Zoic's detection device. Determined to regain the signal, Mills ascended a nearby tree, his gaze fixed on the heavens while Koa remained below, a steadfast companion. After an arduous period of scanning the surroundings, he succeeded in re-establishing the signal, triumph lighting his features. But in a moment of unfortunate surprise, ancient ants infiltrated his hand, prompting panic and causing him to lose his footing on the fragile branch. With a heart-wrenching crack, Mills plummeted to the ground, his shoulder bearing the weight of injury, a testament to the perils that beset their path. In the midst of the chaos, a pack of Lesothosaurus closed in on their position, sending Koa into a panic. Quick thinking saved them from imminent danger as Koa swiftly armed herself, while Mills, with determination etched upon his face, miraculously realigned his injured shoulder, enabling him to wield his weapon with renewed vigor. With relentless resolve, Mills engaged the oncoming Lesothosaurus in a fierce battle, every strike a testament to his unwavering spirit. Sensing the imminent threat, Koa fled towards the safety of the beach, seeking solace in its hidden embrace. However, in her haste, she inadvertently dropped a small bomb, the explosive sound beckoning a gathering of pteranodons to the shore, their eyes fixed upon Koa's vulnerable presence. The peril heightened as a vigilant Lesothosaurus caught wind of Koa's existence. Just as the creature lunged forward, poised to strike, Mills' swift action extinguished its threat, freeing Koa from the clutches of danger. In the aftermath of the harrowing encounter, Koa trembled with lingering fear, her eyes betraying the weight of her fright. Touched by her vulnerability, Mills sought to offer solace, drawing upon a familiar technique. He conjured the soothing sound of whistling using his hands, a gesture reminiscent of the comforting bond he shared with Nevine. The delicate melody danced upon the air, wrapping around Koa's trembling form, a tender reassurance in a world teeming with peril. Strengthened by this connection, Mills cradled her in his arms, their journey forging onward in search of a sanctuary, a cavernous refuge where they could find respite and shelter from the dangers that lurked in the shadows. Within the shelter of the cave, Mills set up a vigilant hazard detection device, a sentinel of warning to alert them and provide precious moments of preparation should danger approach. Before succumbing to sleep's embrace, he briefly imparted a vital piece of knowledge to Koa, divulging the truth that their true home lay beyond the bounds of planet Earth. As he spoke, the detection device registered an unsettling anomaly, an onslaught of asteroids hurtling towards their fragile planet. Though the weight of the impending catastrophe threatened to consume him, Mills steadfastly pushed aside his disquiet, urging Koa to find solace in slumber, while his own thoughts drifted toward the lingering sorrow of Nevine's absence. As the hours drifted by, their minds enveloped in the realm of dreams, the piercing wail of the detection device shattered the tranquility of the night. Confusion washed over Mills, for he beheld no approaching dinosaurs, yet the urgency of the alarm persisted. His bewildered gaze turned to Koa, and in that instant, realization dawned upon him. An insidious creature had crept into her mouth, poisoning her from within. Acting swiftly, he plucked the intruder from Koa's fragile form, rescuing her from the clutches of danger. Relief cascaded through him as Koa expelled the toxic intruder through violent bouts of vomiting. The resounding clamor of the detection device intensified, shattering the calm of the cave and amplifying Mills' bewilderment. A formidable presence emerged from the mouth of the cavern, an oviraptor, its gaze fixed upon its prey, rendering escape from its confines an impossible feat. Determined to find an alternate route to freedom, they ventured deeper into the recesses of the cave, desperately seeking an exit. Mills strained against the unyielding stone, his fists pounding futilely against the unrelenting barrier. Frustration mingled with regret as he expressed remorse for the lies he had spun about Koa's deceased parents. Yet, undeterred by the complexities of communication, Koa, driven by an unwavering spirit, encouraged Mills to persist, her unwavering support igniting a glimmer of inspiration within him. And so, with a newfound plan in mind, Koa harnessed the power of a small bomb in her possession, determined to blast a passage through the stubborn stone. With careful precision, she set her plan into motion, detonating the explosive, and creating a narrow aperture in the cave wall. Though the gap proved too slim for Mills to traverse, he urged Koa to seize her chance for escape, her survival paramount in his mind. As he braced himself for the possibility of tragedy, the reverberation of collapsing rocks sent a shiver down his spine. Yet, amidst the tumult, a melody of whistling reached his ears, a testament to Koa's survival. Relief washed over him, rekindling his resolve as he rose from the depths of despair and ventured toward the mouth of the cave, a relentless oviraptor still in pursuit. In the dimness of their surroundings, Mills faced a new threat, a pair of cunning velociraptors, their dark forms blending seamlessly with the shadows. The odds seemed insurmountable, the darkness threatening to engulf him. However, aided by the guidance of his trusty detection device, Mills fought valiantly, his weapon slashing through the obsidian night. One by one, the velociraptors fell to his unyielding resolve, their predatory reign snuffed out by the triumphant blaze of Mills' weapon. When Koa ventured alone outside the cave, her determined spirit propelled her to fashion a rudimentary weapon, a pointed wooden shaft adorned with the deadly poison of the berries. Meanwhile, Mills, having escaped the confines of the cave, beheld the ominous sight of the approaching asteroid he had witnessed through his detection device the previous night, the very cosmic intruder that had marooned him on this ancient Earth. Aware of the fleeting time, he began his search for Koa, who had been evading the relentless pursuit of the velociraptor, her cries for help echoing through the untamed landscape. With unwavering determination, Mills raced towards the source of Koa's pleas, unaware of the treacherous path beneath his feet. In an unfortunate misstep, he found himself ensnared in the clutches of the perilous quicksand. As Koa continued her desperate evasion, she eventually managed to vanquish her pursuer. Yet, amidst her fleeting victory, she caught wind of Mills' dire predicament. Acting swiftly, she raced to his aid, her strength and determination surging forth as she rescued him from the impending doom of the sinking sand. Overwhelmed by relief, Mills and Koa embraced the joy of survival, their shared bond fortified by the triumph over adversity. Mills revealed to Koa the imminent catastrophe of the approaching asteroid, urging her to join him in the search for the escape shuttle, their sole means of fleeing Earth before its destruction. Together, they forged onward, their steps propelled by a renewed sense of urgency and hope. Upon reaching their destination, Mills was grateful to find the plane unscathed, a beacon of salvation amidst the chaos. Hastening to send a distress signal to their headquarters, he communicated the dire need for a rescue ship. Simultaneously, Koa, driven by her unwavering determination, scoured the plane in search of her parents, only to be confronted by the painful truth of their demise, alongside the other passengers. Anger and sorrow welled within her as she confronted Mills, accusing him of deceit. Tears streamed down her face as she grappled with the heartache of losing her loved ones. In response, Mills attempted to explain that his lies had been born out of necessity, a desperate bid to safeguard her life. As understanding settled upon her, a profound shift occurred within Koa, her resolve hardened, and she became ready to board the plane. Tragedy struck as their hopes were dashed by the impact of a massive asteroid colliding with the fuselage, sending their plane hurtling towards the ground, its launch system crippled. Amidst the wreckage, a formidable pair of Tyrannosaurus rex loomed, their predatory instincts honed in on the vulnerable prey before them. Faced with the dire threat, Mills made a swift decision. He would confront the dinosaurs head-on, determined to protect the remnants of the plane. With unwavering resolve, Mills unleashed a ferocious assault upon the towering beasts, his weapon a conduit of his unwavering determination. Yet, as the battle unfolded, weariness threatened to overtake him, and despair edged closer. It was in this moment of desperation that Koa, recognizing the flickering flame of his spirit, played Nevin's video, a poignant reminder of the strength that lay within. The familiar voice and tender moments captured on screen breathed life back into Mills' weary soul, reigniting his resolve to overcome the formidable challenge that stood before him. Empowered by the memory of his daughter and the love that flowed through their bond, Mills fought with renewed vigor. Each strike of his weapon carried the weight of his determination, the echoes of Nevin's voice a resounding anthem within his heart. With every ounce of strength he possessed, he battled the Tyrannosaurus rex, an embodiment of paternal love and unwavering resilience. After a valiant struggle against the pteropod, with each step echoing the pain of his wounds, Mills knew time was of the essence. Urgency etched into his features. He implored Koa to initiate the launch sequence while he diverted the dinosaur's attention toward the geysers and hot springs. Limping but resolute, he led the relentless creature towards the geothermal area, risking life and limb to create a crucial distraction. Unbeknownst to him, Koa trailed silently, her determination a steadfast companion. When they reached the designated area, Koa seized her moment, wielding her poisonous log with unwavering precision. With a calculated strike, she aimed for the pteropod's eyes, inflicting searing pain upon the mighty creature. In agony and disoriented, the dinosaur succumbed to the treacherous grip of the geysers, trapped in a primal symphony of heat and water. In the climactic finale, Mills and Koa raced back to the aircraft, the precious moments slipping away like sands through an hourglass. With the craft systems restored and their survival hanging in balance, they embarked upon their final escape from planet Earth. Just as the colossal asteroid hurtled towards the planet, poised to unleash devastation upon its inhabitants, their craft soared into the expanse of the cosmos, leaving behind the remnants of a world forever changed. Relief and gratitude washed over them as they embraced the weight of their escape, their faces etched with the profound realization of their survival against insurmountable odds. Within the confines of the craft, Mills and Koa found solace in a shared understanding forged through their arduous journey. The losses they endured, the trials they faced together, had kindled a bond that surpassed mere circumstance. In each other, they found the solace of familial love, a newfound father and daughter, forever linked by the indomitable spirit of resilience and the irrevocable ties of their shared experiences. The moral of the story is that even in the most absurd and fantastical situations, teamwork, creativity, and a touch of luck can help you overcome the wildest challenges. Whether it's battling dinosaurs, outrunning asteroids, or navigating treacherous environments, the power of companionship and quick thinking can save the day. So, remember to always stick together and think outside the box, because you never know when you might find yourself in a prehistoric adventure.